Before I unveil what it is we're looking at, this is not a sponsored video, so Temu, you do not have permission to use my video. Casual, warm, slightly stretched, button-up coat for fashion. Why does it have to be that long of a title? Hey team, welcome to today's video and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayden. It is time for another fast fashion men's clothing review. Now I've looked at Temu once before in the past and wasn't sold. However, I had this idea, and that's to test out knitwear specifically from all of the fast fashion places that I have done reviews on, starting with Temu. Today's video is going to be a review specifically on Temu's knitwear, and that's because I haven't tried any of their knitwear before, and I thought, perfect opportunity to start. If you are brand new here, my name is Hayden. Like I said before, I am a group exercise instructor, a qualified and registered nutritionist, a former chef, a personal trainer, and someone who's just super passionate about finding a good bargain that's quality, as well as decent skincare within an affordable range. I do a review every Monday, and sporadically I will do a life update vlog kind of a thing on a Friday. So if that's something that you are interested in, then hit the subscribe, ring the bell, and let's dive in. Before I unveil what it is we're looking at, this is not a sponsored video, so Temu, you do not have permission to use my video. I picked up 2 knitwear items just to give us a good indicator of what it is that we're working with. Of all the items that I had to collate for the knitwear versus knitwear, Temu actually came in first. It was the quickest to be delivered, which I do believe was not the case when I did the Temu review, my first one, and I will link it somewhere. So I was pleasantly surprised. It's interesting that I chose knitwear because here in Australia, we're about to enter our warmer months where it gets very, very warm. So I'm not going to be needing any knitwear anytime soon, I imagine. But hey, that's where we landed. The 2 items that we're looking at today is the All Match Knitted Solid, and I have it on my phone, All Match Knitted Solid Color V-neck cardigan, men's casual, warm, slightly stretched, button-up coat for fashion. Why does it have to be that long of a title? I got it in size medium, and $26.45 is what I paid in Australian dollars. Now I will do the little conversion down the bottom of the top 3 viewerships, but I'll also link any information down in the description box if you do want to check it out for yourself. The other item was the men's fashion long sleeve solid knitted sweater men's pullover for autumn winter, size medium. I paid $27.77 Australian dollars. In total, that was $54.22 Australian dollars, which is a very affordable price tag if it turns out to be good. If we remember the last time I did Temu, it was not good at all. Here we have the package. It already looks good from what I can see. The box that's in there, I ordered something else. Here it is. Comes in the sealable pouches, which is synonymous to Shein, Temu, all of them. From what I can gather through the plastic, it feels pretty good. That one's the cardigan, and then we have the sweater pullover. This one seems to have busted out. So because it's already hanging out, let's have a look. Very soft. Kinda has the crunch sound, which usually means it's cheap. But we will reserve our judgment until we put it on. So this is the sweater, the pullover sweater. First impressions, it feels quite nice. It doesn't have a weird mothball, cheap plastic scent to it. I like that it's stretchy, and it does have some weight to it. So here's hoping it's going to be a winner. Before we put it on, I always like to check the construction to see if there's any loose threads hanging out. And from what I can gather, I don't see anything. There's one here that just comes straight out. But along the neckline, it is very well done. We'll just check some of the seams on the inside. No loose threads, no jagged edges, and it feels nice and light as in the material feels light, but it does have weight to the whole piece together. All right, let's try it on. Well, it's very nice on. It feels very comfortable. It does have some room to breathe. I don't feel anything stabbing me or irritating my skin, and it's quite flattering. So here we have it on. I like the length. I like that it hugs you and you can adjust it, can pull it up, tuck it under, and it seems to just stay put. First one is a success. So far so good. Last item, or the second item, is the cardigan. I personally would think that would feel heavier than the sweater because generally a cardigan has more mass to it, but this feels light. This also had a little bust out. It feels very, very cheap. Very cheap. There is not a lot to it at all. It's very see-through. If we can compare this to the picture, the item on the picture on the catalog, which was supposed to be very oversized, this looks like a women's cardigan. It does not look medium oversized. I will give it the benefit of the doubt. I obviously haven't put it on yet, so I could be proven wrong. Let's have a look at construction. I mean, I'm not surprised. It looks very good. I mean, there are some threads here that do just come off. They'll just look like offcuts. We'll look at one of the seams. I don't see any jagged edges. There are these loose ends. It feels like wool. It doesn't have a janky stench to it. And I don't see any holes or anything that's falling apart. It's just rather light and it feels quite cheap. All right, let's try it on. Okay, now that I have it on, I was a little too rash with my judgment. It isn't a small size. It does fit and it does look oversized. It still feels rather cheap, but not anywhere that's as bad as, say, Wish. It's comfortable to wear. It doesn't irritate anything. It doesn't smell, and it's very warm. It's currently 24 degrees here, so I'm starting to get a little bit of a sweat happening. It's not terrible. The quality of the buttons is pretty good. It does look true to the picture, even if the picture... Let me retract that statement. It looks true to the picture in the similarity of it. It doesn't look true to the picture because the one in the picture looks heavier and better quality. But it's not terrible, and I definitely would wear it. I feel like after a few wears, it will drop a bit more as it starts to settle. Straight away though, I'm a fan. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. Both of the knitwear items that I got from Temu were pretty good. We all know that when it comes to these cheaper clothing or fast fashion, the real test is in the wearability and after it's been washed a few times. Obviously, I've just pulled both of them out of the package, but my first impressions, I like both of them and I can see myself wearing both of them. This, however, the sweater, in my opinion, better quality, better value for money. This isn't terrible. It does look good and it does look it looks very similar to the picture in the catalog. I just personally believe it may not last very long. Just like we are here, I could be pleasantly surprised. Now, the other item that came in the package, I may as well just show you. I'm not going to do a dedicated video for it, but I saw it as I was shopping for these two. And I thought, because I'm a skincare buff, I decided to get myself a skincare display just to put on my vanity in the bathroom now that we've renovated. And there we have it, team. I hate to say this, but I feel like this was a successful shop with Temu. I'm not a big fan of Temu and the way that they rip off smaller companies, smaller designers, just like Shein. But I do like these two pieces of clothing. I will be interested to see how they compete against the other fast fashion companies that I have reviewed. In the next video, I'm going to do a knitwear versus knitwear across all of the platforms that I have looked at. Will Temu be victorious or not? You'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, team. Make sure we do the fun stuff, but most importantly, stay tuned.